So while we wait for some more people to join, what I wanted to do was go through some use cases of how visionary entrepreneurs can use AI and custom GPTs in their business to grow and scale. So, what I see a lot of people doing in the high ticket space is relying very much on sort of traditional media and traditional marketing. And things are changing. There's a lot more of a level playing field in marketing now. You have to be extremely knowledgeable in your topics and your area of expertise on, say, Instagram, YouTube. So unless you're really like doubling down on precisely what it is that you teach on those platforms, then that there is very little sort of it's competitive. That's what I'm saying. So what we can do is we can use AI to amplify your message. And the way that we do that is by using agents and assistants that are trained based on your own brand values, brand identity, who you're appealing to in the marketplace, and your positioning. So the level at which you actually operate with those people. So what we do is take a visionary's, big picture mission for the business and make AI work for us. So you might want to, scale your business, but you don't have enough time. So the wall that you've hit is, you can see yourself serving more people, but actually, you don't have the impact that you want. So it might be that you want to reach more people. So that's like top of the funnel stuff. If you're not reaching as many people as you need, then there are ways of creating content and distributing content specifically to your brand. And if that's intimidating to you, then I would encourage you to, jump in and actually, start to learn how to do that with me in my school community. It is simpler than it might sound, so don't be intimidated by it. I break it down into, real easy step-by-step instructions. So yeah, it's all laid out for you. All you have to do is just follow along. Also have a workbook that I'm working on. If you wanted to have early access to that, then let me know. But yeah, if once you've got eyeballs on your content, then what you want to do is, once you're actually interacting with those people and they raise their hand to say that they're interested, you want to be able to position yourself so that you don't have to be present to have the conversations with those people. And also you don't want to have to qualify them all, because if you spend an hour on a call with somebody or half an hour on a call with someone and they're really not aligned, that takes a lot of your energy and also a lot of your time. So if we can pre-qualify any of those leads before they actually speak to you, then that would be really good. That will certainly save you some time. And then there are sales processes which will help you to actually, take people down through that lead nurture process and also getting them into your world and, the exchange of money, and then they work with you. So it sounds simple, but actually there are different tools that you can use that are crafted specifically around your brand and your identity as a visionary. And you can do these different things for this. So there's reach, distribution, and then you've got qualification and sales and onboarding. So those things that are taking too much of your time now can be delegated to AI quite easily. So the first thing we do is we create a custom GPT, which is like a strategic thought partner. And that's what we go through in the module that is open to everybody inside my free community. And what that does is gives you the opportunity to have much more of a deep dive with ChatGPT. So normally when you use ChatGPT now, it's very much a, you know, start a new conversation. A little bit like when you ring customer service. You know, you have to start the conversation again and give it context and prompt it really like in depth. What if you could take all of your pre-existing knowledge, training documents, SOPs, videos, scripts, content, website, and scrape that information, but train ChatGPT or CustomGPT within OpenAI to actually learn and understand that a lot more in relation to how you work. So this isn't just a document repository. What this is it's a document repository plus the attitudes and ways of working and tendencies, so the good and the bad of how you approach your work could all be uncovered and kind of interwoven into this custom GPT to allow it in a little bit further into the conversation. And then it means that you can pick up where you left off before. So it knows your foibles, it knows what you avoid. It will not just give you everything that you want to hear, it will push back if you ask it to. And the coolest bit about this is that if you do it right, you can even give it details. Like my personal experience with this is, you know, I am anxious and I have low mood sometimes. I'm perimenopausal, ADHD, a mum of two, a wife, and it just everything. So I have given my vision to my custom GPT, and I've given it absolutely everything that it could possibly need to be like a business bestie. So actually, when I go to it, I'll say, you know, say you're not feeling very creative or you're down in the dumps or whatever, and you just think, what's one quick win for today? And if you've pre-programmed it to say, right, you're better in the mornings, you know, uh, let's do something that's visual. If it's like a ADHD, like a, let's give you a checklist, maybe. Um, you know, things that you might have forgotten. It will, you know, prompt you, and also if you come up with a new idea and it's not aligned with your mission and vision, then it won't allow you to stray, and it'll actually say, right, that's one for the car park. So I've actually got a car park. You might want to call it a parking lot, depending on where you are in the world. This is my, you know, the ideas that I'm not yet taking action on. So if I type into my custom GPT, I want to do this today, it'll say that'll be one for the car park because it's not in your 90-day plan. So it's really good because it holds you accountable, but also, you know, it does do some of the boring stuff for you. So I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in the next one. But just know that you can scale, even if you feel like, you know, you're nearly at capacity and you haven't quite reached your revenue goals yet. You can take on more clients, especially if you're high ticket. If you feel like that is something that you want to do, then, you know, let me know, and just check out the information in the classroom, because once you've got your GPT trained, you can get it to do all kinds of funky things that will take a lot off your plate. So if you're wanting to scale where you're at now, without hiring people, then just know that that is possible, and we can do that. We can do that together. And if you're really busy, then I can do that for you. And then we can have a conversation about that. If you want to talk to me about getting access to more of that information, then please do drop me a message. But otherwise, I will love you and leave you. And I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.